All right, well, good afternoon and into evening. Hope you've had a happy Sabbath. And the first number is actually written by a composer that intentionally wrote music for a depressed king. The King of England was having issues with depression, and he had read in the Bible, in the King James Version, about Saul having problems with depression and how music got him out of depression. And he said, "You know a lot about music. Can you give me music that will get me out of depression?" And so George Frederick Handel wrote water music. He says, "Not just the music, we want you to get outside. We want you to get on the river." And so it was called water music because it was down the Tom's River that this type of music was played. And this actually is also a piece that's been shown to significantly improve depression as we focus in on it. And it's actually portraying the entrance of the Queen of Sheba when Solomon took in the queen. And so enjoy. nice. Actually, any of Handel's music that you can choose from is actually good for the brain. And it's almost like getting a brain massage. One of our participants in the program was telling me earlier today, he had this pressure on his head, and just listening to some music from Mariko Kinjo the other day, and it seemed to just go away during that time like there was a massage going on in the brain. And Handel is a good way to get a brain massage. Also, another composer that's equally helpful in cognition. In fact, studies show that if you had a choice between those two, and if you were to listen to this music over and over again, this one might even do better than Handel. And his name is Johann Sebastian Bach. A few years ago, I was asked to speak in Boston, Massachusetts, and the people that invited me to go there gave me a surprise. On Saturday night, they took me to the Boston Symphony Orchestra. That's one of the 4 premier orchestras in the United States of America. And unbeknownst to me at that time, the longest serving concertmaster of the Boston Symphony, which is a lifetime position when you get that concertmaster position, he had just passed away after 40 years of service to the Boston Symphony Orchestra. And he requested that his memory be remembered by this Bach piece called Arioso. It wasn't in the program, but it was a special, and they opened up the orchestra in remembrance of the concertmaster, and we get to hear that Arioso by Bach right now. Very nice. Sometimes it's those simple melodies that can uplift our hearts and minds. It's good to actually imagine some things taking place that fit the music. And this next melody is so, what should we say, angelic, that it has been called Gabriel's Oboe. But Gabriel's oboe did not keep it to himself. If you'll notice, Gabriel actually hands the melody off to another member of the orchestra. See if you can see when that happens. But then the oboe takes it back and concludes. Enjoy. This is only for people going through the program, but does anyone want to volunteer what was going through their brain or their mind as that melody was being played? Anything that you were relating it to? Anything that you would like to say was going through your head? Maybe I should have asked you to think of that ahead of time.
Like a meandering river, maybe. It makes me think of like a meandering river, just peaceful.
Okay, a meandering river, very peaceful, certainly would fit with that. Anyone else? Yes.
How blessed I am by God to have heard this live. And it was just the most beautiful thing I think I've ever heard.
We are blessed to hear music like this. Thank you. Well, now we're going to invite the rest of the brass ensemble up, and they're going to play a piece from Tchaikovsky Symphony No. 5, the horn solo. And I assume it's the whole brass piece, not just the horn solo, right? All right. And so the horn solo, does that mean the French horn is having the solo? All right. So you've already heard the French horn player, and this is Mr. Bowie with a French name. Bowie, is that right? How do you pronounce that last name? Bowie? Buitz. All right, yeah. And so a French background, European background, and also Argentinian background with that French horn. It has more of a mellow horn sound. It's different than the tuba. You're seeing the tuba come on. By the way, that is Weimar University's tuba that is being played by Austin Crum there. And then we also have a couple of trumpeters as well as a brass, or I should say, as a trombone. And so looking forward to this. First time ever performed at the Depression and Anxiety Recovery Concert. Thank you. Another beautiful melody you could hear there. We'll keep the brass ensemble up here to now play another great composer piece by Ludwig van Beethoven. This is Joyful, Joyful, We Adore Thee. If you have a hymnal, you can actually hear or see the words that go along with this. It's hymn number 12 in the hymnal.
Oh.
Thank you very much. We will now have a piece where we don't have to imagine the words. We will actually be able to hear the words of this next song. And Lito, one of our soloists here that works in plant services, is going to be playing with Alma. And this seems like a new one, too. I don't think this one's been played before either. The title of this is Come Ye Blessed by Lito and Alma.
This is the third time I sing here in the art concert. It's really a blessing. Okay, my song just related to this kind of music, sacred solos. But this time, what I'm going to do is just practicing with you what actually Jesus is going to say. Okay, it's in the screen. In Matthew chapter 25, this is the welcome address of Jesus. And if we are faithful, we expect to hear this, and we want it to. On my part, I said, wow, Lord, I'm 3 years old. I want to go to Weimar and do that because I love you. So 3 years in doing handyman, sometimes security, and collecting trash, throwing trash. And also, I sent my daughter here 2009 and 2011. Okay, so Weimar really is very special to me. Then shall the King say unto them upon his right hand, Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world, from the foundation of the world. Come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Come ye blessed of my Father. I was an hungered, and ye gave me food. I was athirst, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Ye came unto me. Therefore, come ye blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the word. Come, ye blessed of my Father, come, come, come.
Thank you very much, Lito and Elma. And now a piece by Andres and Erica, Great is Thy Faithfulness.
Oh no, I do have it.
You have it?
I do have it.
beautiful duet with piano. Andres, the oboist, is our director of our choir here. Normally, if it was a regular school year, you might actually hear the university choir that's been invited to sing at Carnegie and other places. But you could hear them here. Some of you, it would be worth coming back. When is the Christmas concert coming up, Andres?
So on Friday, December 2nd, we will be here at 7 p.m. and then Sabbath, December 3rd, 6 p.m. at Granite Bay. So we have two functions.
Okay, so Granite Bay over in the Rockland area. It's 6 p.m. on December 3, or you could come up here 7 p.m. right here, and you'll hear the orchestra and the choir, which will be a grand event for the Christmas concert. Our next piece is another piece by Bach, this time by the cello. Robin will be playing for us. And the cello is one of the most favored instruments because it has a range very similar to the male human voice. And if you've ever heard a male chorus and the beauty that that brings, it's similar to hearing a cello chorus as well. But we'll just hear the cello solo with Mariko Kinjo on the piano, Jesu Joy of Man's Desiring. Thank you, Robin and Mariko. Sometimes the best musicians are not ones that actually go into music. And one of those exceptional musicians that did not choose to major in music, we will be hearing from next. He is actually a pre-med student, one of our top pre-med students at Weimar University, but also a virtuoso pianist. And I imagine he has arranged this piece himself. Is that right? All right, so this will be a favorite hymn arranged by Adam Sabangan, Abide with Me. When are you coming out with an album, Adam? That was some deep harmonies there, and going into the minor and that bass, and very moving and well appreciated. Abide with me, even through some of the stormy aspects of that piece. The promise is that when we are with him, God will abide with us. We'll invite the chamber orchestra back up to play "Oh, When." Mariko asked me if it was okay this early in the year to play a Christmas number with the strings, and I said, absolutely. This will be the closest we'll get to Christmas while doing a program. And so this is about the three kings. Actually, I understand the Bible doesn't tell us there was three of them. We kind of assume there was three because there was three major gifts, gold, myrrh, and frankincense, but there may have been more than three kings and wise men that came, but this piece will portray this. Bravo. Well, we don't have much opportunity to be able to sing accompanied by orchestra, brass, choir, and piano. But I did ask Mariko if we could all join in with our voices for a number tonight, and I kept texting her, what Christmas hymn? She has been too busy to answer me, so I will choose my own. I will choose my own Christmas hymn, and it's one of my favorites, and it's hymn number 142, I believe, if we can see it. And what is the name of that piece? Yes, that's the right one. Angels we have heard on high. So if you have a hymnal near you, you can do that. We want the orchestra members to be able to accompany us as well with that nice tuba and the French horn, and the orchestra will also have Adam Sabangan on the piano. And why don't we stand? We'll have the, do we have someone in the back be able to put up the numbers? Yes, it is. 142, Angels we have heard on high. Thank you, each one. You may be seated. Yes, anything that our participants would like to say to these musicians here today? All right, I see somebody mouthing something. Go ahead.
Thank you for playing your heart and soul.
Yes, anyone else? Yeah, I hear amazing from our participants.
Absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much.
All right, it is a wonderful blessing to get our brains uplifted in this way. Well, our postlude is going to be by Mariko Kinjo on the Thanksgiving theme. This is a piece by Johann Sebastian Bach on a organ postlude symbolizing thankfulness to God. And let's think in our own minds of things that we can be thankful for that have happened this week, this day, and also as we look forward to the future. Are you looking for a page turner? Yes, she is looking for her page turner. All right. And Adam Sabangan to the rescue. So thank you, Adam. And after this, our concert will be concluded. That's a lot of power in one woman's hands and feet as well. And I think the only brain that might have been stimulated more than ours was hers in performing that feat. Well, let's thank the Lord for the gift of music that he has given us. Father in heaven, we thank you so much for this universal language that you've given mankind to be able to play as well as listen to beautiful melodies and harmonies and have this music speak to our heart and soul and uplift and stimulate the front part of our brain, that worship area of our brain. And we now pray that the effects of this will go beyond this day and into the weeks to come. And may we seek daily to worship you in spirit and in truth. We also pray that you would bless each musician that has given of their own time to be involved in healing the brains that need tremendous healing in this world. And we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.